Please take your seats. And anyone who's wearing a jacket in this heat and temperature, if you wish to take it off, now would be the time. Graduates, alumni, speakers, parents, friends, supporters, distinguished guests and colleagues, welcome to this very special occasion to mark the graduation of the Harper class of 2020. Many of you have had long journeys to be with us today, with some travelling from the Far East, other regions of the world, and the different domains of the United Kingdom to be part of our celebration. Being a bit of Doctor Who and Back to the Future fan, I'm delighted to have this opportunity to come back in time and spend it with you, even though I wasn't the Vice-Chancellor who was your Vice-Chancellor when you were here. Graduation ceremonies are very special moments in the life of a university community. We gather together to acknowledge, reflect on, and celebrate the individual achievement of every single one of our graduating students, whether they are here or whether they are not. The qualification you've received is a mark of academic achievement and excellence from one of the world's leading specialist agri-food universities. A degree and qualification from Harper Adams University is highly valued. It is intended to be challenging, practically and intellectually. Now, you'll have had highs and lows during your time here, and I'm sure there will have been times when you had moments of self-doubt. But you're here today because you showed determination and dedication. You overcame any barriers standing in your way and demonstrated that you are more than worthy to join our global community of Harper graduates. Before we go any further, let me just congratulate every one of today's graduates and say how proud we are of your exceptional achievements. More on that later. It probably feels like it's been a while since you first stepped foot on campus, and that today is the end of a long journey. In actual fact, today marks a new beginning. You've joined a community of over 25,000 alumni of Harper Adams, and like them, I hope that you will get involved in our alumni association, the Harper Club, and continue to stay connected with the university and future generations of students. All of us look forward to seeing you at alumni events and seminars, and then when you're ready to take that next step in your education, I hope you will think about Harper Adams as the place where you will do it. We've tried to give a flavour of just some of the university's work and our ongoing connection with our alumni in the graduation brochure that's on each of your seats. I do hope that you will take this away to digest at your leisure, but also to keep it as a souvenir of this special day. Our Chancellor, Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal, was delighted to include a message for the classes graduating. In this morning's ceremony, this was the point at which a piece of dance music started. And unexpected, it turns out, and I didn't know whether I was being introduced to a new Harper tradition. Turns out the dance music isn't here this afternoon, so there is no dancing for me to do. It's lovely to see so many parents, guardians, family members and friends with us today, and thank you for making the journey. You've been a critical part of supporting our students during their time at the university, emotionally, practically, and of course financially. You've been amazing, and this ceremony is also an occasion to recognise the contribution you've made to the success of our graduates and to the success of the university. Now, I know that you'll be having a mixed feeling of emotion. Pride, joy, perhaps a little tearful, or just nervous that your family member might trip up in their new shoes as they walk across the stage to collect their scroll. A Harper Adams degree ceremony is a formal occasion, but it certainly shouldn't be stuffy. So I would encourage you to express your emotions and joy in any way you like. Feel free to clap, whoop, shed tears of joy, but definitely express joy and take photographs. To set the tone, I'd like to ask our graduates to clap their hands, raise their voices, and even stamp their feet if they wish, to acknowledge their thanks for the support and encouragement to their families and supporters, as well as Harper's academic and professional services employees. Over to you, graduates. Thank you. This year's degree ceremonies have even greater significance. Remarkably, the last time such a ceremony convened in this place was 3 years ago, back in 2019. None of us could have known at that point that COVID-19 would cast its shadow across every aspect of our life and create additional challenges across 3 academic years. Thanks to the resilience and inventiveness of our students and employees, we were able to maintain teaching, research, and the work on our future farm throughout the pandemic. Of course, we needed to adapt, to find new ways of working, teaching, and maintaining a sense of community, which is central to universities like Harper Adams. Things didn't always go to plan, but I believe that everyone studying during this historic chapter gained additional skills and a maturity which makes them stand out as even more valuable citizens at work and in their communities. By working together and supporting each other, we remained focused on learning and the acquisition of knowledge. Now, the university has achieved a huge amount since 2019, and I'll highlight just a few of these to remind you of the high regard in which the institution is held, not only in the university sector, but also by the industries with which we partner. We opened the Harper Keels Vet School, a stunning and innovative and original collaboration. According to Graduate Outcomes in 2021, national figures show that Harper Adams has a higher proportion of UK-based graduates in work or further study than any other university. In the most recent National Student Survey, published just last week, we were ranked 5th of all UK universities for overall student satisfaction of our full-time students. And thanks to the feedback from our students, the university won the Watt University Student Choice Awards for Best Career Prospects, and it has won that every year since 2016. In the most recent Times and Sunday Times University Guide, we were top-rated modern university for the 6th successive year. Similarly, the publication of the Complete University Guide last month placed us at 29th in the UK, and again, the top-ranked modern university. Finally, in this year's New Year's Honours, I was delighted to see that my predecessor, your Vice-Chancellor, Dr. David Llewellyn, was made a Commander of the Order of the British Empire, CBE, for his services to higher education, agriculture, and rural industries. David served this institution for 23 years, 12 of those as Principal and then Vice-Chancellor, and I'm sure we would want to pass on our best wishes and thanks to David for his contribution to Harper Adams over almost a quarter of a century. Often, Vice-Chancellors will use their speech to flag prizes and awards gained by students and employees, but given the temperature outside and inside, you'll be relieved to know that I'm not going to do that. I know you'll be looking forward to a celebratory drink after the ceremony, and quite simply, based on the number of prizes awarded, there are just too many to list. Instead, I would like to congratulate all of our award and prize winners, especially those joining us today who received a final year or postgraduate prize, and to thank all of our sponsors for the prizes and their generous and inspirational support. One of the most confronting things that can happen is when a student dies during their studies or in the time when they become a member of the alumni community. Their sad loss is felt by everyone in our community, especially their fellow students, those who taught them and supported them, and of course, their families. I would like to pay special respect to the memory of those students that we have lost and recognise the contribution they made during their time at the university, which continues to live on in our memories. Similarly, I would like to recognise Caroline Drummond, holder of an honorary degree, and honorary fellows Peel Holroyd and former Principal Tony Harris, all of whom recently passed away, following many years of partnership or service to the university. In a year ahead, we will launch a Peace Garden on campus, which we hope will provide a place of reflection to connect everyone we have lost to the lands on which we study, work, and grow. At a time when we must look to the future with confidence and hope, I'm afraid I must reflect on the desperately sad situation in Ukraine and the impact that Russia's war is having on its people, including Ukraine's excellent universities and its critically important agri-food industry, which, as we know, is presenting a new threat to food supply and security around the world, including here in the UK. As I mentioned earlier, a degree from Harper Adams is highly valued. as the world grapples with the new challenges presented by the war in Ukraine, the skills, knowledge, and experience of our graduates is even more essential. You could say that there has never been a more important time to be graduating from Harper Adams. The graduates in front of me today, I know, will make a vital contribution to the world's ability to achieve food sustainability and net zero emissions in agriculture and food. The reality is, at a time of challenge, we all need to step up, and all departments and people in this university are doing so. Through our new School of Sustainable Food and Farming, we will continue to work with industry to ensure that there is access to the scientific knowledge and practical skills required to modernise and flourish. And through our Future Farm, we will provide a living, working demonstration of modern progressive agriculture, sharing our learning and innovations in the UK and overseas. Finally, I want to reflect on what Thomas Harper Adams did in creating the legacy that established this university. It is not a museum. It is a place of education, research, skill, and insight. His aim was to ensure that those who came here had the skills to make sure that agriculture and other related sectors thrived and were relevant across all times and ages. You are testimony to the fact that that legacy has been fulfilled. The skills we teach, the knowledge we extend, they all matter, as do our values and our spirit. We strive for the university to be an inclusive and to welcome an ever-diverse population of students and employees, and for everyone here to feel like they belong and they are respected. This is a responsibility on all of us, but it is also one on you as graduates, as you carry this into your many and varied careers. I encourage you all to become pioneers within your chosen professions, and in return, this university will stand by your side throughout your career. Let the pride that we collectively have in you today be a source of strength and comfort as you move forward. We are always here for you, and will always be with you. However challenging each step is that you face, whether it's full of opportunities, you are never alone. So now, let me end this address where I started, with a simple word: congratulations. Congratulations to all of you, each and every one of you, and including those who cannot be with us. We wish you the best of luck in everything you do in the future, and I'm delighted to declare this graduation celebration ceremony open. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the Foundation Science Degree in Agriculture Awards. Frilly Ansell. Emma Bradbury. Greg Clark. Freddie Dalton. Matt Dixon. Lily Franklin. Daisy Green. Kim Hodgson. Bethany Houghton. John Houseman. James Hesketh. Shaw Jones. Harry Keeley. Jonathan Kinston. Imi Morris. Dan Morrow. Rob Powell. Lewis Rogers. Will Russell. Jordan Stockhill. Chris Vero. Henry Wainwright. Liam White. Drew Wood. And for the Foundation Science degree in Agriculture with Mechanisation, Josh Rhodes. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the awards of Bachelor of Science degrees in Agriculture. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, William Tompkins. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with Mechanisation with Commendation, Cian O'Leary. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agriculture with First Class Honours, Alfie Comer. And with First Class Honours, James Falkingham. With First Class Honours, Sarah Firrell. With First Class Honours, Nick Hill. With First Class Honours, Georgia Lindstrom. With First Class Honours, Rosa Lincolns. With First Class Honours, Annie Metcalf. With First Class Honours, Francis Thomas. And with First Class Honours, Alex Williams. Abby Allen. Hamish Bassett. Hamish Beaton. Bethany Bellew. Seb Blanche. Elizabeth Bradley. Ben Canning. Philip Chalcroft. Tommy Chappell. Matthew Coates. James Cuthbert. Susie Foster. Charles Fox. Jordan Gregg. Billy Lewis. Sarah Lynch. Catherine Meller. Cameron Miller. Seb Mulders. Matthew Knott. Caleb Owen. Olivia Parkin. Beth Rogers. Bo Rawlings. Alice Salt. Tom Saxby. Adam Stockton. Nicola Terry. Hector Thorne. Georgie Wager. Charlotte West. And Edward Westerby. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agriculture with Animal Science with First Class Honours, Hannah Baldwin. And with First Class Honours, Florence Turley. And with First Class Honours, Amanda Watson. Bethany Ashley. Megan Edwards. Farmer's Guardian Ag Student of the Year. And the third of three siblings, thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Edwards. James Gildeer. Henry Glover. Paris Jones. Kate Mollett. Ellie Pearson. Andrew Stokes. Madeline Thompson. Emily Towson. And Tom Williams. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agriculture with Crop Management with First Class Honours, Hector Adcock. Harriet Beebe, with first-class honours, Harriet Beebe. With first-class honours, Josh Greasley. With first-class honours, Sam Harcombe. Sam, Louisa says she's still waiting for that date. With first-class honours, Richard Hastings. With first-class honours, Gracie Morris. With first-class honours, Grace Welling, Farmers Weekly Ag Student of the Year. And with first-class honours, James Willis. Tom Brisbane. Ben Jagger. George Leach. Philip Robinson. Matthew Rooston. Megan Singer. And Nicholas Stones. Bachelor of Science with honours in Agriculture with Environmental Management with first-class honours, Tanis Slattery Penfold. Bachelor of Science with honours in Agriculture with Farm Business Management with first-class honours, Helen Newbrook. And with first-class honours, Tom Olivant. And with first-class honours, Hannah Proctor. Matthew Addison. Alex Bayliss. James Davis. Chris Gill. Joe Hicken. Stephen Hollis. Joe Kidd. Lowry Roberts. Oliver Scott. Oscar Smith. Emily Smith. And Hannah Thompson. Bachelor of Science with honours in Agriculture with Marketing with first-class honours, Caris Storer-Jones. Wilson McClyster. And Lucy Platt. And I'm going to double back there to Ag with Farm Business Management. I hope I've got the right lady here. She's going to tell me if it's different. Agriculture, Bachelor of Science with honours in Agriculture with Farm Business Management, Helen Williams. My apologies, Helen. Bachelor of Science in Agriculture with Mechanisation with first-class honours, Tom Taylor. Oliver Bickerdike. Dylan Flood. Harry Higgins. Lewis Jones. Rupert Markham, George Reed, and William Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the pick of the crop. Agrix, you've made me so happy, it hurts. I wish you all the best for the future and with your future careers. That concludes the awards for agriculture.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is an enormous, genuine pleasure and privilege to announce the awards for the Bachelor of Science with honours in Rural Enterprise and Land Management, with first-class honours to Amelia Collier, to Zara Dunford, to Sophie Evans, to Grace Gibbon, to Ella Harris, to Fran Hausman, to Jasmine Peach, to Will Shepherd, to Amy Symes. Olivia Blackwell, Airy Bonner, Kathleen Caldicott, Eleanor Chu, Toby Cleave, Will Debenham, to Rosie Dutson, to Chloe Evans, to Molly Gray, to Sarah Heath, to Abigail Hicklin, to Jamie J, to Charlotte Jones, to Laura Lee, to Clara Levitt, to Jenny McFarlane, to Charlotte Martinson, to James Morgan, to Lucy Morgan, to President Tom Otey, Caris Pickavant, to Emma Price, to Andrew Sanderson, Louise Jones, to Henry Walker, to Harry Fon Williams, to Helen Williams, Bachelor of Science with Honours in Rural Property Management, to Ollie Arnold, and to Annie Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, the Land and Property Management team and my wider colleagues are immensely proud of our graduates this year. To put up with the adversity has been absolutely amazing. Congratulations to you all. We're very, very proud.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to announce Engineering Awards in the class of 2020. Bachelor of Science in Automotive Engineering Off-Highway, Stevie Johnson. Bachelor of Science in Off-Road Vehicle Design, Ollie Hill. Bachelor of Engineering in Automotive Engineering Off-Highway, Ben Metherell. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Agricultural Engineering, Will Downey. Matthew Kidd. Matthew Kidd. Rhys Snooks Hathaway. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Automotive Engineering Off-Highway, Hua Ying Baker. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Agricultural Engineering, First Class Honours, Amy Boothby. With First Class Honours, Rachel Faulkner. With First Class Honours, Hugh Gilchrist. With First Class Honours, Andrew Hardy. With First Class Honours, Tom Mortimer. With First Class Honours, Sam Murphy. With First Class Honours, Luke Ormond. With First Class Honours, Jack Wyatt. And with First Class Honours, Toby Young. Clive Hawkes. Luke Llewellyn-Roberts. And Ruth Pratt. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Automotive Engineering Off-Highway with First Class Honours, Harry Gillingwater. With First Class Honours, Alex Mill. Jack Clements. Asa Crinion. Jacob Dawson. Nat Dell. Phil Matty. Hugo Seacombe. Joel Richard Simmons. David Stewart. Robert Williams. Okay, and we've got one missing. Bachelor of Engineering with Honours in Mechanical Engineering with First Class Honours, Rob Adams. With First Class Honours, James Neal. Marcus Philp. Master of Engineering in Agricultural Engineering with distinction, Will Ashton. With distinction, Callum Doonan. With distinction, Lewis Hamilton. With distinction, William Hook. With distinction, Tom Mead. With distinction, Alan Mobbs. With distinction, John Eric Nixon. Francis Jones. Joe Robinson. Greg Wood. Master of Engineering in Off-Road Vehicle Design with distinction, Will Carnell. With distinction, Jared Crossland. Noah Hutchings. Ben Jones. And Rory Oliver. Ladies and gentlemen, I commend to you the engineering graduates in the class of 2020. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the Postgraduate Awards, beginning with the Postgraduate Certificate in Plant Health and Biosecurity to Rebecca Lawson-Pryor. The Master of Science in Agroecology with distinction to Ajam Asma. The Master of Science in Applied Mechatronic Engineering at distinction to Joseph McSparron. And to Riccardo Vanetti. The Master of Science in Entomology at distinction to Marco Carradi. And to Ellen Cunningham. The Master of Science in Forestry Management to Alex Robinson. The Professional Master's Degrees in Rural Estate and Land Management at distinction to Emma Hutchison. Francesca Beresford. Jemima Bright. Jane Brooks. Amelia Martin-Smith. And Natalie Wright. So many congratulations to the postgraduates, and to begin the higher degrees by research, I'm pleased to announce the award of Master of Science in Meat Technology to Emma Eastwick. Thank you.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy for his title, Understanding and Improving the Feeding Value of Wheat for Broilers, to Mohammed Rizwan Azhar.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy for her thesis entitled Characterisation of Potato Cyst Nematode Populations of Great Britain for Sustainable Crop Management, to Katarzyna Janina Dybal.
It gives me the greatest pleasure to announce the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy for her thesis entitled Utilising the Patchy Distribution of Slugs to Optimise Targeting of Control, Improved Sustainability Through Precision Application, to Emily Forbes.
It gives me great pleasure to announce the award of Doctor of Philosophy for the thesis entitled Optimising the Health and Performance of Dairy Cows Through Improved Copper Nutrition, to James Hugh McCachern.
So let's just give everyone one final round of applause and congratulations on your amazing achievements. So I'm delighted to invite our alumni speaker, Jonathan Glenn, to give a speech to you this afternoon. Jonathan Glenn is an agricultural engineering graduate, has had a very varied career already. I won't steal his thunder by telling you all about it. And he's come to talk to you about the experience he's had since he left the university, but also the connections he's sustained during that time. So thank you very much, Jonathan.
I'd just like to start by thanking Professor Ken Sloan and the Board of Governors and the academic staff for having me here today. And most importantly, I'd like to give my sincere congratulations to each and every graduate here today. You have completed it. You are no longer a student, and what an amazing thing you have achieved. Many of you by now have probably put your learning days behind you. 3 years ago, I also thought that that was the case when I graduated from Harper Adams. Today, I'm the operations manager for an engineering company called Railability. For those who don't know what an operations manager does, it's actually quite simple. To keep the business running, my everyday purpose is to become the person that is missing. I'll give you some examples. There might be a discussion going on regarding company finances, but there's no accountant present. No problem, I become the accountant. There's a staffing or personnel matter that needs resolving. I become HR. There's a blocked toilet. I become the plumber. So picture this. A few months ago, we're about to bring a new client on board. It is the closing commercial meeting before the multi-million-pound sales contract is signed. Following months' worth of commercial and legal discussions back and forth with lawyers and advisors and the like, I'm sat at the meeting room table, surrounded by people with prestigious titles and many more years' experience than myself. And the question arises about one of the finer points of a piece of relevant legislation. And naturally, no one had invited the legal team to what was otherwise a formality. Eyes turned to me, and that day it was my turn to become the lawyer. Now, it's fair to say that an engineering degree doesn't teach you the tricks of the plumbing trade. And it certainly doesn't qualify you to practice commercial law. But I was very grateful to Harper Adams on that day, because what it did teach me, something which I use every day, is it taught me how to learn quickly and effectively, how to decipher information, good from bad, how to learn about people and myriad other topics. I was never particularly good at school, learning at school, simply because no one had ever shown me how. And so I have Harper Adams University to thank. You taught me how to learn, and now I'm a passionate and eager student of everything. This means that as each day presents a new challenge for which I don't know the answers to, I simply learn. I was once told the words of Reginald Kenny, a former principal of Harper Adams College, which have stuck with me, and I'll share those with you. He said that upon graduating, you probably think you're God's gift to the agricultural industry. But let me tell you, it is only now that you really begin to learn. So if I can pass on one thing which I have learned, it is to remind you that through your university experience, you have become discerning consumers of information. So form an opinion, challenge that opinion, and let that opinion change and develop with new information. Seek out that is not immediately obvious, and appreciate that the obvious isn't always. Be humbled by how little you know, and so take time to learn and share with others. Treat conscious learning not as a chore, but as an investment in yourself. Utter the words, "I don't know," with pride, but only if they're followed by a "let me find out." One day, it might be your turn to become the plumber. So for whatever you do from here on in, never stop being a student. I wish you every success in your future careers. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan, and some really valuable pieces of advice that learning never stops and taking risks is good. And it's interesting to see someone who might have thought they were going to go into one career when they started and decided to do something else. But he tells me he's going to be on his way back to agriculture once he's worked his way around various bits of industry. I'd like to now invite Mr. Thomas Oatey, who was the President of Students of the Union in 2020, to address the congregation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everybody. On my first day at Harper Adams, my dad said to me, "If the university days are not the best days of your life, then you're in for one hell of a life." Well, I can honestly stand here today and say that the years I spent here were some of the best days of my life, and I hope you can say the same. I'm so proud to be standing here as a former president of Harper Adams Students' Union. Although my time as president has technically come to an end, I'm still so pleased to have been given this opportunity to be stood here today and to celebrate this momentous occasion with you all. Whilst we may not have had the most traditional route to graduation, in my opinion, it doesn't make it any less important or memorable. And for that reason, I would like to thank you all for coming today, and I send you my warmest congratulations. Whilst a great deal has changed since we were last all together, many of us have gone on to make successful starts to our careers. Some of us have experienced life-changing milestones and events, but it's still so great to see you here today to celebrate the time we shared together. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank our guest speaker, Jonathan, for giving up his time today. I'd also like to thank the university staff, including those who've gone on to retire and pursue other opportunities, for all of their hard work, commitment, and dedication to us all during our time studying here, and also for arranging today. Many institutions made the decision to cancel the graduations of past year groups, but thanks to the work of Lauren, the wider SU team, as well as Grace and Marcus, we are here today. None of what we would have been able to achieve would have been possible without the support of our friends and families. I want to extend a special thank you to all of our friends and family who supported us throughout our time at university. I know this is true for many graduates here today. We would not be sat here in our sweaty caps and gowns without the support and encouragement we have received. I'd like to ask all of the graduates to show their appreciation to our friends and families and thank them for helping us succeed over the past few years. I have been asked to remind you all that the graduation party will start in the bar at 9 p.m. this evening. It would be great to see as many of you and your guests, including parents, in the bar tonight to celebrate our successes and catch up over a power gin or two. Although, Toby Cleve, now that you are 24, you might want to give this one a miss, as no one wants to drink after 24, apparently. And finally, I want to thank you all once again for being here. I appreciate we are all extremely busy and we have taken time out to be here, so please enjoy today as much as you can. Take lots of pictures, catch up with friends. You've earned this, and we deserve to enjoy ourselves. I wish you all the success for your future. Please keep in touch, and I know you'll make Harper proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas, and it's been great to meet Thomas in person. The entire interview process for this job was, because I was living in Australia at the time, was conducted online. So I saw Thomas a lot, but never saw his height. So it's delightful to see you here today. Our final speaker this afternoon is Mr. Peter Nixon. He is the chair of the Board of Governors at Harper Adams University, and he will bring today's ceremony to a close. So please welcome Peter.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to add my warmest and heartiest congratulations to all of you graduates on your awards. Really important day today and something to savour for the rest of your lives. I know that we've all been waiting patiently for this celebration, and I hope you all genuinely feel as proud as I do about the achievements that we're marking today. As we've just heard so eloquently from Jonathan, I feel sure that you'll all be able to continue your thirst for knowledge as you continue through life, and this is both in your working and in your personal lives. As the Vice-Chancellor has said, please do keep in touch with the university through our alumni and professional development opportunities. I hope that you'll join me in thanking the Vice-Chancellor, the university staff, and the Students' Union for all the work they've done to support you during your studies. I'd also like to thank my fellow governors for all the work that they do in ensuring that the university continues to provide the richest opportunities to make a practical and valuable contribution to addressing some of the real-world challenges that we all face. I personally like to think that you might take the person out of Harper, but you never take Harper out of the person. And the world is now your oyster, you graduates. Never has the world been more in need of the skills and the knowledge that you possess to meet the challenges of our society. Cherish the past and your time here, but now look ahead and relish the future. But perhaps above all, what I'd say is that in pursuing whatever career path you choose, just have fun. So, I'm conscious that I stand between you and refreshments. I therefore formally declare this ceremony closed and would ask you all to be upstanding for the national anthem. Do feel free to sing the national anthem. Earlier this morning, one or two of us sang, one or two of us didn't. So we all know it. Let's sing our hearts out if you feel that's appropriate. And please remain standing while the academic procession leaves the marquee. And finally, of course, I hope that you thoroughly enjoy the rest of the occasion today, right the way through this evening and into the bar. Thank you all.